It's WABC Rewound, remembering some of the great moments from music radio in the days gone by. This is September 9th, 1974.
Blue Magic,
Rufus,
Roberta
Paper Lace,
Paul Anka.
Barry White.
The music sounds best on Music Radio, WABC.
Oh, baby, little trust maker you. That's the times, everybody, on WABC Music Radio.
The music sounds best on WABC.
10:22 in your evening already, and welcome to another hit-filled weekend on WABC. And starting this Monday, we'll be giving away thousands of prizes to people we spot wearing a WABC $25,000 button. Get your button on.
Ain't it good?
Taking you back to 1974, the year we did one of our big $25,000 button promotions.
Johnny Donovan.
Does this voice sound familiar?
Hello again. Here's my best to you. Are your skies all gray? I hope they're blue.
Herb Oscar Anderson coming up next when WABC Rewound continues.
You're hearing things. You're hearing things. On 77 WABC.
Do you know that over 65 million men and women suffer from hair loss?
Use only as directed.
77 WABC.
Today we're setting aside a big chunk of time for those of you who remember WABC Music Radio in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. For all of us who grew up in New York during those years, WABC was a very big part of our life as we drove around, listened in school, had radios under our blankets at night checking out the hits. If you were a listener in the early years at WABC, every single morning you woke up to HOA Herb Oscar Anderson, and this is probably the song you woke up to.
To you. Are your skies all gray? I hope they're blue. Let me sing my song to you. Pass on a smile and the rainbow to you. Hello again. Let's forget the past. Let the past forever be the past. Here's my hand. I'll say once more, hello, hello again.
Herb Oscar Anderson, HOA, the long-time morning man here in the early years of WABC Music Radio. Herb was also the voice of a public service program called Voices of Vista.
Hi, this is Frank Valley of the Four Seasons. We're here for Vista. And now your host, Herb Oscar Anderson.
All right, thank you very much, and hello again, everyone. The show is Voices of Vista. Our guests, the Four Seasons. And I'll be telling you about Vista, volunteers in service to America. People of all ages who've rolled up their sleeves to help in the war on poverty. Person to person, man to man. To find out more about it, write to Vista, Box A, Washington, D.C. And now our guests on Voices of Vista, the Four Seasons.
Brotherhood is a feeling. No one can teach it to you. You either feel it or you don't. But if you don't, think of this. Can any one of us truly say that any man is not his brother? I'm Dan Ingram. How are you feeling today, brother?
Come on, people now.
In New York State, the law prohibits any discrimination because of race, creed, color, or national origin. Hi, I'm Ron Lundy. If you believe you've been discriminated against in housing or employment, contact the nearest office of the State Commission for Human Rights.
Here's something for the collectors. When Ron Lundy first came to WABC for a brief time, he was the overnight guy, and here was one of his all-night jingles. It's called the Nightwalker jingle. And more music and memories from WABC Music Radio as we hopscotch through the years 1960 through a little bit of 1982 here on WABC Rewound.
Summer music, pow, pow, power on 70. Let's go, 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 go.
You're listening to WABC Rewound, the entire day of music, voices, and memories from WABC way back when we were a music radio station. This is not a clever recreation, and not a bunch of guys hanging around talking about the good old days. What you're hearing is the original sound, the real thing, taped back as it happened, using audio from various sources, including collectors who actually taped it at home off the air, in-studio air checks. Some of them have been scoped, meaning the music has been shortened so we can hear more of what was going on between the music. And in some cases, we've actually recreated the old sound by inserting the music back into scoped air checks. Lots of legendary old station jingles and promos, catchy old commercials. You know, most of what you're hearing hasn't been played in public since it was first aired way back, well, you figure it out. If you have a moment, give us a call right now and tell us how you like the program at 1-800-848-WABC. And we'll get back to more of what this station sounded like back in the day on WABC Rewound.
Summer music for play.
WABC Rewound, the music and memories of WABC Music Radio.
Now when you feel it. A theater party. Win 2 theater parties. Win a 1969 Buick. Win 2 '69 Buicks. Win double prizes in WABC's Double Prize Delivery. Starting Thursday, fabulous prizes will be on their way to you in WABC's Double Prize Delivery Van. If the van visits you, you win 1 prize. But if you know what the prize is when it's delivered, you win double. You could win prizes like 2 1969 Buicks or 2 theater parties for 100 couples each to see Julie Andrews in Star, the big new movie musical extravaganza. You'll always know what prizes are being delivered because we'll announce them at least twice an hour on WABC. Delivery locations selected at random from phone books. If you're not listed, send a postcard to Double Prize Delivery, WABC, New York 10019. Just stay tuned and win double prizes.
77 WABC.
Wow, a 1969 Buick, probably worth more today than it was back then. That standing room with one of our contests. Johnny Donovan here with WABC Rewound. Coming right back at you with more voices and sound that you may be familiar with here on WABC Rewound right after this.
Get up and go, 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 everybody, bet you're feeling great today. Get up, make that dough, we're with you all the way. 77 WABC.
77.
Here I stand. 77 WABC.
And now a bittersweet moment in the history of WABC, August 7th, 1974. The very last program for one of the legendary music radio DJs, cousin Bruce Morrow. First voice you hear will be Harry Harrison. Later on, a little bit of Dan Ingram pops in there. This segment provided to us today by a dedicated collector who, as a youngster, recorded this at home on home equipment. Had to edit out a lot of the music in the middle to conserve tape, being on a rather meager allowance at the time. Bruce Morrow, his very last show, August 7th, 1974.
Best music on WABC, New York.
Bruce Morrow.
Oh, can I talk now? Morning, Mom. Put on the coffee. Morning. I will zip you up in a moment or two. You better not. There aren't many things that'll get me out of bed, in the afternoon because I get up early and wake everybody up on WABC. But Bruce Morrow's last show on WABC is something that I wouldn't want to miss. We had a party here, and a guy that was very kind to me, professionally and personally, when I joined WABC a few years ago, was this guy right here, Bruce Morrow. We're going to miss him. I know you love him. We love him. Here he is, Bruce Morrow, WABC. Hi, everybody. This is Cousin Brucey, WABC. Listen, we got ourselves a beautiful show. This will be my final show on WABC. It's 13 great years, and Rick Slar just gave me the total number of shows, 4,014. Let's make this a very happy 4,014th show. Let's go on. This is nice, everybody. WABC Music Radio, Night Chicago Dive. Cousin Brucey. I'd like to say that many years ago, I got my first hernia trying to imitate Cousin Brucey. Cousin Brucey, everybody, on WABC Music Radio. 22 minutes now after 6 o'clock. The good sounds here. The great sounds are on Music Radio, WABC. This is Bruce. Cousin Brucey, everybody. So nice, we played that twice. Music time right now. It is 26 minutes after 6 o'clock. Cousin Bruce Morrow, everybody. Our button spotters from WABC tomorrow, being Thursday, correct? I don't know what day it is anymore. That's right, Thursday. We'll be looking for you in Fairfield County, Connecticut, the Bronx, and Westchester County, New York. All the good sounds. Listen here. Straight legs. Check. Buckle back pants. Check. Sailor jeans. Check. Blue pants with gold stripes. Check.
Variety. Every in-jean store has over 10,000 pair of pants in stock.
Green plaids with half-moon pockets. Check. Check. Check.
10,000 pair per store. If we haven't got the pants you want, in the style you want.
Magenta bells with green lace cuffs.
What? Maybe you really don't want them. In jeans. If you dress in jeans, you've got to go in jeans.
Right you go. Thank you, Robert. Now, there are over 20 in-jean stores around the metropolitan area, plus a new in-jeans opening this Thursday in Bricktown, New Jersey. A lot of my friends out there got an ad living in that town at Brick Boulevard and Hooper Boulevard.
Now, during Castro's annual August furniture sale, take advantage of great savings on luxurious Castro convertibles. For instance, a full-size Castro convertible sofa covered in your choice of fine fabric, only $259. Castro's own innerspring high-riser, only $149. These and more unbeatable values are now available during Castro's tremendous August furniture sale. Remember, Castro means a beautiful sofa that converts to a most comfortable bed. Castro is the manufacturer. Castro has what it takes, and it takes a lot to be number one. Consult your telephone book for the Castro showroom nearest you, because you can buy a Castro convertible only at a Castro showroom. Convenient terms available.
Right you go. Your cousin Brucey, everybody. This is WABC Music Radio. The sounds on the air. Cousin Brucey, everybody, on Music Radio, WABC at 29 minutes before the hour. Whatever the weather, by the way, whatever the weather, use Getty Nola. The gasoline helps keep your emission control clean. Partly cloudy tonight. Low 60 to 65. It's 70 WABC degrees right now and cloudy.
Kawasaki. I don't believe it. Hey, thanks, man.
You can win 10-speed bicycle, $50 motorcycle, $100 jewelry, $1,000 appliances, $25 theater tickets, $25,000 stereo, $25,000, $25,000. You've got to wear the WABC $25,000 button to win. The following sponsors of this announcement have free WABC $25,000 button.
All right, cousins, all ShopRite supermarkets, all Engine stores, Shoetown stores, Castle Convertible showrooms, Music Den stores in Nanuet, New York, and the Menlo Park, Monmouth, and the Nettleton shopping centers in New Jersey. Diane Piazza of Milltown, New Jersey, a very tranquil little town, was spotted wearing a WABC button. Johnny, tell everybody what Diane wins. Okay, Bruce, welcome. It's nice seeing you again. Ooh, Kawasaki's G5 100cc Enduro is built for the first-time rider. Just like you, dear. Compact, lightweight, and easy to handle. That's not like you. Kawasaki's G5 will help you find the good times on the trail and on the street. Retail value $576, Diane.
When you make a great shampoo, but you don't give us a clue to all the things that it can do, that's dopey. When you've been so awful busy telling us about the frizzies till those frizzies make you dizzy, that's dopey. When you make hair so appealing, give it shine and softer feeling, and these things you've been concealing, that's dopey. Protein 21, it's true, you make a beautiful shampoo, but when it comes to telling all you do, you're dopey. You guys at Protein 21 crack me up. All you talk about is frizzies. So, okay, you helped my split ends. But what about how fluffy and bouncy you get my hair? And the way you make it so clean feeling? A shampoo that makes hair this soft and shiny, and all you talk about is frizzies? Protein 21, that's dopey. Protein 21, it's true, you make a beautiful shampoo, but when it comes to telling all you do, you're dopey.
You're dopey, you're not dopey. Cousin Brucey, everybody. Listen, I'm going to go back to my farewell party tonight, our last broadcast here on WABC. And they threw a beautiful party for me next door, and we're having a good time. So Chuck Leonard's going to take over a while, and I'm going to come back and say goodbye a little bit later on. I love you all very, very much. Listen. The music continues on WABC Music Radio. Listen.
And Chuck Leonard here at Music Radio, WABC. I'm doing it for cousin Bruce Morrow. He's enjoying his party. This is farewell night. And all I've got to say, if I may take just 1 second of your time, is that I'm going to miss him.
Oh, wow.
And Bruce never did come back. It was a very emotional day for all of us who worked here at the time at WABC.
77 WABC.
Solid gold hit from the Esquires, 1967. Get on up here on WABC Rewound as the great memories just keep on rolling.
It's the 4th annual WABC Principal of the Year election. Schools, colleges, can you elect your principal or dean? The WABC Principal of the Year? Vote by signing your name to 3x5 file cards. Everyone can sign, mom, dad, little sister, friends, neighbors, faculty, students. Vote as often as you like. Only one signature per card. Card must show name of school and principal or dean. Winners in public and private school and college categories all win clock radios, stereo AM/FM consoles, and TV sets. Judge's decision final, deadline April 3rd. Vote today for the WABC Principal of the Year on 3x5 file cards, and bring all signed cards to election headquarters, Empire Hotel, Broadway and 63rd Street. This week, WABC proudly presents these super hit sounds. Sam the Sham. The Birds. The Supremes. Herman's
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter.
The Beach Boys. Plus dozens of other top stars in continuing entertainment presented by the All-Americans. More minutes of the music you want to hear are heard on Go-Go Radio.
77 WABC.
When one of the other stations in the market switched from rock and roll to something none of us were interested in, WABC was ready.
What happened to the music? My old radio station stopped playing music. Where's my music? You'll find your music on WABC, Tune 77, like you're doing right now.
Musicradio, WABC, the music's on us.
Thank you so much for being with us today as we bring back some of the music, the memories, the voices from your past here on WABC Rewound. ABC News.
Turn your mind off, baby. Feel the fine vibrations on 77
WABC Rewound. In 1969, DJ Jim Nettleton premiered on WABC, and we'll hear a bit of that coming right up for you here on 77 Radio. October 1969, the debut show of Jim Nettleton here on WABC. An edited air check has survived down through time, and I'll attempt to put some of the music back into it for you so you can get a feeling for what was going on back in 1969, the debut of Jim Nettleton.
Locally, a state health department report says the promoters of the Woodstock Music Festival expected only 50,000 people to attend. Almost 500,000 showed up. Police clashed with 1,000 young people in Great Neck, Long Island after a football game this afternoon. Police arrested 13 youths on disorderly conduct charges. A threatened strike by elevator repairmen could pose problems for New York apartment dwellers in high-rise buildings. Right now, 54 degrees and clear in New York. News at 55 and 25.
The most music on
77 WABC.
WABC New York.
Jim Nettleton. Another hour of music power. WABC. Power. Play one.
Hey, they did it. They did it better than you did, Bruce. I did it. I was listening earlier. Listen to him trying to pronounce my name, and I want to tell you, we're not going to get along at all.
WABC playing through.
I think if you're going to start, you might as well start at the top, right? That's number one at WABC from the Archie, Sugar, which by now you know. 10:03. A little recent stuff. My Sherry and more. 10:06, WABC Chime Time. Hi, and good evening. I just want to take a moment here to say what a pleasure it is to be at WABC New York, and I want to say hi to a lot of the friends of mine over in North Jersey, particularly here in the city, and I know a lot of folks down in Philadelphia. That's our sister city down the river there, are listening tonight. I want to welcome them aboard, too. We're going to fool around here till 3 o'clock in the morning. Les Marshak will take over then.
Sunday at National Speedway. Here come the wheel stand cars. From California, the most famous wheel stand car of all time, the Little Red Wagon. From Daytona Beach, Florida, a fantastic wheel stand car, a 1969 Corvette with a supercharged 427 engine mounted in the trunk. The Little Red Wagon, a Dodge truck with a giant Hemi engine in the rear of the truck. The wheel stand drivers wind their engines to 7,000 RPM, release the brakes, and the front wheels go 13 feet in the air, all the way down the track, side by side, at over 100 miles an hour. Spinning, weaving, front wheels reaching for the sky, with both drivers suspended in mid-air, almost flipping over backwards. Located at Sunrise Highway, exit 56, Center Moriches. Children under 12 free. Racing begins at 2 p.m. Sunday at National Speedway.
It's the big break. For the third third year in a row, WABC is offering amateur student music groups a chance to perform in my show, the Bruce Morrow Radio Show, and try for ABC Records recording contracts in WABC's Big Break competition. If you're a member of an amateur pop music singing and instrumental group made up entirely of college or high school full-time students, write for your application right away. Just send a stamped self-addressed envelope to the Big Break, WABC New York, 10019. Come on now, do it today. The address, the Big Break, WABC New York, 10019. Good enough. I'm going to get my entry in right away, man. I play a mean guitar. You got to hear that one of these days. 54 outside in New York. It's clear at the moment. A beautiful night right now. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They're taking the banks and trains and the whole city, as a matter of fact, by storm. The In Western of the Year. Cheers, Q Magazine. It's riotous. It is great. Paul Newman was never better, says Wins. A turn of the century Bonnie and Clyde, says Judith Christ. And Paul Newman has a word there, as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is Robert Redford. It's in color from 20th Century Fox, rated M. For mature audiences. That's another one I can't see. Now playing Penthouse and Sutton Theaters. Make it over there, huh? 8 minutes past 10 at WABC with the cufflinks and...
Tracy, when I'm with you.
10 minutes past 10, 54 degrees on a clear, beautiful Saturday evening in New York.
All you fans of WABC Music Radio through the years of the 60s, 70s, and a little bit of the 80s, today we're reliving some of the great sounds, the music, and the voices you may remember from way back when. This is Johnny Donovan on WABC Rewound, and we're coming right back.
In the little town of Laloque in the Swiss...
WABC Music Time is 1969, as we listen to the very first day of WABC DJ Jim Nettleton.
Sherman at WABC, 14 minutes after 10. WABC Chime Time, that's Little Women. And as 7 this week on the WABC Music Power Survey.
Hello?
Hi, Susie. This is Arnold.
Arnold?
You know Arnold, the guy who won 75 cents at the senior picnic by getting 3 billiard balls in his mouth?
Take the mini mist, but I can't take you.
I don't blame her, really. 54 degrees in New York right now. Beautiful, clear Saturday night. If you're a drag fan, I can tell you are. I can tell you are. Place to go for all drag happenings is Dockery Ford, Route 17 in Paramus, New Jersey. Now, this is Wednesday night. Listen to this. October 8th at 8 p.m. Ford drag team stars Hugh Platt and Randy Payne are going to be at Dockery Ford with a unique Ford Performance Seminar. You can see their record-holding Ford Superstock drag cars, a complete display of Ford high-performance parts, a new action-packed drag racing movie. See Dockery Ford's own Superstock Mustang. Also, the national record holder. And meet in person Bobby Brown. That's Dockery's own resident drag star. Get the latest hot tips on performance and parts and tuning. Learn from the pros how to set up record-breaking drag cars on an amateur's budget, which will fit in just with mine pretty nicely. Make the scene. Become a member of the new Dockery Ford Drag Club, happening Wednesday, October 8th at 8 p.m. at Dockery Ford. That's at 317 Route 17, Paramus, New Jersey. Wednesday night, Dockery Ford, Paramus, New Jersey. Make it over there. This is Nielsen.